I bought over 445s on eBay. Now I'm going through them, cleaning each one, and looking for lost gems. And the next one is one that I am very familiar with already, Simon & Garfunkel's Homeward Bound, and the other side is Leaves That Are Green. I assume Homeward Bound was the A-side, because that was the hit, right? Both of these songs I know extremely well because I've heard the album Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, which Homeward Bound was on, I think, a billion times, and I've heard the album Sounds of Silence, that Leaves That Are Green was on, I think, a billion times. So this is a super classic of 60s folk rock, or of Simon and Garfunkel, folk rock. I know exactly what to expect from this, unless the single is different, like a totally different mix or a different edit or something than the album versions, which are what I know. So let's see if they're any different. Sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. I love me some Simon and Garfunkel. To be honest, this was never really my favorite song. I would never skip over it if listening to the album or something, but I didn't think it was all that interesting. It wasn't in the most interesting half of the album, And it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. Great lyrics, of course. Goes without saying with Paul Simon in the 60s and beyond. I say turn Art Garfunkel up in the mix a little bit more. Got those big mid-60s Bob Dylan drums. Yeah. Shades of mediocrity. Yeah, we need more Art. Turn up Artie. Art Garfunkel's vocals are just tuned, mixed low. I don't know if that's true in the original, I don't remember, or the album version. There he is. It does sound a little different. I might be making that up. All right, let's check out Leaves That Are Green. And this was like a year earlier or something, but good material for B-side, I guess. I was about 22 when I first heard this, I think. Homeward Bound is fine, it's great, but this is more my speed. I probably prefer the Sounds of Silence album to Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme a little bit. Even if you think it's a kind of a cheap folk rock cash-in, whatever, it works. The album and this song. This just has that feel, that feel of 1966 with folk rock, 66, where things are turning, leading into the movie The Graduate, which really, this music really fit well with. Not this song. Was this song in The Graduate? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't think so. This is so cool. It's just so hip, so mod. You can feel it. You can feel it in the grooves of the record, in every sound of the song. Or you would be able to hear it if I would shut up, but that harpsichord fits. Doesn't make it sound medieval or weird or psychedelic or anything. It's just, that's all there is. Great harmonies, obviously. I still want to hear more of Artie. I like the full ending on this one. Great. Well, there was no surprises here. I don't think there are different edits or anything than the album versions that I know, either of these songs. Great. I would keep this 45 just because it's fun to play. It's more fun to play the whole albums, I don't really listen to a Simon and Garfunkel song. I listen to a Simon and Garfunkel album, or several, when I'm in the mood. But Homeward Bound would probably get a little bit less play from me than Leaves That Are Green, but both of them great. Well, as it turns out, I was wrong about the chronology of Homeward Bound. It was actually recorded in 1965 for or during the Sounds of Silence sessions, and it was on that album in the UK, but not America. It was released as a single everywhere in January of 1966, and then was later put on the album Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme in America. What I was correct about was that both albums, Sounds of Silence and Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, are awesome and well worth picking up.